Robert Courtney is not being released from prison. That was supposed to happen today. The disgraced pharmacist who diluted tens of thousands of prescriptions had been picked to finish his sentence on home confinement. But that's now on hold. KCTV5 first broke this story to you on Monday. As our Angie Racono reports, since then, there has been major backlash and finally some results.
Families were outraged and heartbroken, and a lot of them weren't even notified. So they began speaking out, and lawmakers certainly heard them. They began asking questions about this new federal policy and why Robert Courtney. And apparently all of this pressure worked.
I think that it's marvelous that someone is listening.
Marge Vermillion's husband, Byron, died of lung cancer. Byron never really had a chance. Robert Courtney was his pharmacist, so his expensive chemotherapy medications were likely diluted for profit.
I think he's evil. And then he had the big motive of money behind him. That makes him double evil.
There are people in graveyards right now in this community who don't need to be there, I believe, because of Mr. Courtney.
Congressman Emanuel Cleaver represents these Kansas City families in Congress. Cleaver and other Missouri lawmakers began sending letters questioning a new federal policy that would allow Courtney to serve the remainder of his sentence at home. The decision to release this individual fails to fully consider the public safety ramifications of his release and the impact that the release will have on his victims.
He pled guilty to something that is a nonviolent crime. Tampering. So on the surface, it sounds like, that it's benign, that it's not that big a deal.
Congressman Cleaver says the issue is on paper. Courtney appears to be an appropriate candidate for release. He's guilty of tampering with medication and he's older. You have to dig deeper to realize how awful his actions truly were. Courtney admits he diluted 98,000 prescriptions involving an estimated 4,200 patients.
There's no home confinement and no halfway house. Robert Courtney is in federal prison right now.
It renewed my faith in our judicial system.
The decision to release Courtney is now under review. There are no guarantees, but it's welcome news for many families who say common sense needs to prevail.
Murder is murder.
Robert Courtney has also filed for compassionate release, and the family members say that's pretty ironic considering he lacked that when he treated their family members. Reporting in Kansas City, Angie Racono, KCTV5 News.